You know, looking back, I realized doing my Super Mario Brothers video, I actually started my new video for the month. Donkey Kong. The original foe of Mario, or Jumpman as it were. And, it can be quite a headache at times. It can also be a barrel of laughs. Let's go check it out. Donkey Kong. One of the first. And definitely the first of the best. Starting out, you got an ape climbing ladders and girders carrying a girl. Some would say that sounds a little familiar. Dun, 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 dun. And you know that. And here we are. Here's Jumpman climbing the ladders. Yep, go for the hammer. Ba-da-da. I remember the lawsuit Universal tried to get of this game. Boom, ba-da-da-da. And there goes the hammer. So try. Ooh, not soon enough. And first death. Universal tried to sue because they thought it infringed on their rights to King Kong. Well, it would later be revealed that Universal did not have those rights. So they were trying to shake down. Okay, got that. And boom, da-da-da-da. Boom, da-da-da-da. Didn't clear that. You always gotta jump those barrels, and I'm gonna tell you flat out, the double jump always gets me. And I could see how some people could associate King Kong with Donkey Kong. There are similar premises. An ape up atop a construction site, not the Empire State Building, or that's what I said, double jumps. If it's a single, I'm fine. And game over. But you try to do the doubles, well, you're in an issue. And yeah, I'm going for one more time. It takes a lot of practice, but trying to master this game. But this is a game where you have fun mastering it. And here we go, starting again. Yeah, but getting back to that court case, the similarities, Universal may have had it. They were shaking down Coleco when they made Donkey Kong their pack-in title. Ooh, face full of barrel. Da-na-na. Because you have a hero trying to climb a structure. You have a damsel in distress, and it's being held captive by an ape. But the difference here is the ape is not sending... The ape in King Kong didn't send barrels the hero's way. He was just standing atop the Empire State Building in the original. Yeah, this is where double jumps always get me. But in the '79 remake with Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges, it was the World Trade Center at that time. But jump in, just da-da-da. Game over. And should I try one more? Well, yeah, because this is a game that's just fun to master. I mean, you just want to come back to this over and over and over again. It's like, I'm going to come back till I get this game. And you can have a whole collection of games to go back to. But Donkey Kong, a lot of people find this game endearing. And there, barrel. Hit the mallet. You hit the mallets with the barrels and whatever else. And sandwich between two. You can lose time that way. And here we go again. Try again. It's always rewarding when you see a face full of barrel. When you make it to the top, but then you find there's more to do. I'll admit being stuck on this level quite a few times, but I've seen other levels come their way. Okay, alright. You also gotta use strategy. Oh, double jump when they're pretty close together. Do I almost have it? Am I getting it? Could I be getting it? It's like I was in a bit of a corner there. Almost there. Almost there. Made it. And yep, he takes off with the girl. Heartbreaking. And this usually is supposed to be one of the easier levels. It's like you're getting odds and ends and also pulling up the pins. But here you also gotta watch these living fires coming at you. And down to 1. Okay, pulling up the pins, but you can be stuck in an area for a while. Okay, got 1. And now it's, well, okay, now we're back. Try to keep the strategy going. Oh, not that way. Okay, there we go. Okay, made it there. Pull up a pin. Gotcha there. And hold on. Alright, got the umbrella. Almost. Alright. Down. Just gotta get that last one. Can I do it? Come on, come on. Yes! Did it! And down. And love will conquer all. So, we go back to the beginning. And you find there's a lot more levels to deal with. Maybe. But we're not going to find those out now. Because I just got. One more time. A simple premise. But a lot of strategy is also involved in this game. Avoiding the barrels, hitting where possible, knowing where your time limits are. And just, well, being careful. And you can be in for quite a few surprises. Not bad on the third try. But, Donkey Kong really is a game you need a whole lot of practice with. But in the process, practicing is part of the fun with it. Just cute theme, fun characters, and jumping, and the hammers. And save the girl only to go on to the next level till you get to the final level where you actually do save the girl. And then you start back over again. But there's more to want to know. I have to warn you, all you out there, I'm not sure I can vouch for the authenticity of this version. I never even heard of it until it came across my screen. It's labeled 1981, made Nintendo in America, but not really sure. What am I talking about? Donkey Kong 2. I cannot vouch for the authenticity of this game. I never really heard about it until it came into my feed. For all I know, this is this might just be a troll hack version. Although I've heard some probably say it was a Japanese exclusive. If it was, I can probably see why, especially as we go through the gameplay. You take a look at conveyor belts up above, fire pits below. This is definitely going to be a headache game. I'm talking Super Mario Bros. 2 headache. This might have been another one of those troll sequels that Shigeru Miyamoto might have made, or he might not have. I'm not sure about the history of this version. It's like also crossing 4 fire pits to get a lawnmower, and you gotta be careful about your jumps because you can die pretty quick. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to be at this a while. So, well, jump to get the lawnmower. Jump to get back. And try to navigate the platforms. And I was not able to clear that platform, so I took a head full and into the fire. One more time. And let's try to go for the lawnmower again. 2, 3, 4. 300 points. Getting the jump in. Trying to get to the right place with the fire. Climb the ladder. Pick up what's next down there. Make sure you have the headroom to do it too. And again, no headroom, fell right into the fire. Shall we try again? And the thing is, there's going to be a lot of mazes in this version like this. And maybe it's real, maybe it isn't. But I never saw it on American shores, so maybe it is shores, but maybe it is a Japanese exclusive. And down in the fire again. Game over. And I don't want to give this up. Johnny Cash's song. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Well, here you got 4 rings of fire. Oh boy, let's try this again. I remember Nintendo America saying that the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2 was not a user-friendly game. It's like a lot of people just threw their controllers down in frustration. Well, I could get this level of frustration myself. And again, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Let's see if we can try it again. Okay, jumping over to get the lawnmower. Now, Pauline has an umbrella, but I don't know why a lawnmower's in here. Well, umbrella, I think her purse is down there too. That's what it looks like. Okay, make sure you clear it and have the headroom to do it. This is definitely where you gotta think of strategy. It's like strategy and timing to where you can get the proper angle to get the proper headroom to make the safest jump, but then also making sure that the platforms are in the right position so you can try to jump safely and not fall into another fire pit, firing, or whatever. You are definitely going to be getting some headaches. No, I'm just saying, forget the lawnmower. Just see if you can try to get through it. Nope, no headroom and into the fire. Let's try it again. Okay, jump. Might as well get something out so we get that lawnmower. Okay. Jumping, jump, jump, and jump. I think these well are troll levels. And yeah. Fire pit again. Game over. I'm not stupid enough to try again, am I? The end of the video says no, so. As I mentioned, I don't know if this is an actual sequel or not. Donkey Kong 2. If it is, I can see why it's has not been released to American shores. If Super Mario Brothers 2, the Japanese version, was any indication, I don't know if this is a real version or not, but it was pretty hard and involves quite a bit of thought and strategy to it. Probably about as difficult as Super Mario Brothers 2 had been. I think this one may not have been a player-friendly game. This would definitely try your patience. Like Pac-Man and Mario later, Donkey Kong found his own Saturday morning success as part of the Saturday Supercade series, in which he played a circus ape on the run from Mario and Pauline, getting into hijinks along the way. Also part of this series was his son, Donkey Kong Jr., who was searching for his father with the help of a Fonzie wannabe named Bones, who had a motorcycle. For the longest time, I thought this was Donkey Kong 2, or at least the official sequel to it. And I guess for American audiences, it was. This was what came after the original Donkey Kong for us. And here we got two Marios carrying up a caged Donkey Kong, one going off screen and one sticking around. I know, I'm kind of wondering, maybe that second Mario might well have been Luigi before he got his green overalls. Well, who knows right now. Maybe it was one was Jumpman and the other was Mario. There we've got our little hero, Donkey Kong Jr., who I think really does not like holding those vines. Really seems to have a fearful face when he's holding on to a vine. Looks like he's holding on for dear life, climbing up it slowly. But when he grabs two vines, he tends to go a little faster. And, ooh, also watch your landings. Ow, wow, 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 wow. Okay, here we go again, climbing the walls, knocking the fruit off its perches. The fruit can be your offensive weapons here, as there is no hammer. The fruit's what you gotta use to take out the mecha piranhas, much like you used the mallet in the original to knock out the barrels Donkey Kong sent your way. And ooh, mecha piranha bit me in the butt. And down we go. One more time, climbing up. Holding on for dear life as you climb. Ooh, it knocked it down, but the blue one hit me. Ouch. Game over. And let's try this again. Climbing up, carrying Donkey Kong up. Luigi maybe going off screen and Mario sticking behind to sick the mecha piranhas your way. This was, as far as I know, the only game where Mario was the bad guy. I believe I mentioned that once in the Super Mario Brothers games. There was another game where Mario kind of took credit for another Nintendo character's work. I think it was Super Wario World, which was the Super Mario Land 3 game. And I had another owie there. In that one, Wario does all the work, and Super Mario takes the credit. Oh, got one. Okay, here we go. Grab the vine. 400 points, knocking down an apple. And the blue one got me. Ow, wow, 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 wow. And into the drink I go. Here we go again. Holding on, trying to climb up. Swinging across the vines. Really holding on for dear life. You really see that facial expression? I don't think he likes holding on to a vine that way. But when he's holding on to two, he seems to really enjoy himself. Maybe it just feels safer using two vines rather than one. When you reach the ending, the scenes are cut in a similar vein. Much like when Mario rescues Pauline in the original Donkey Kong. Ow, wow, 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 wow. It got me again. Those things can really come up on you. But, it's like you think you've love conquers all, only find that Donkey Kong takes off with Pauline to the next level. For the level here, it's like when Donkey Kong Jr. gets the key, tries to use it to free his papa, but Mario carries the key away before Jr. can open the door. There's also a similar second level here, which I think we're almost close to getting to. Almost, but not quite. But, like I said, similar veins. Wow, 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 wow. But instead of pulling up pegs, you're putting keys into position to help unlock certain sections of Donkey Kong's cage. And the piranha got me. Ouch. And falling down. Last life. One more try. Coming up. And 400 points. I jump to the next one. This is another one of those games where you just have fun trying to master it. Yeah.
But here is where I did make it and going on to the next level, which is to get keys up. Unfortunately, yeah, it didn't last that long. But that's a bird's eye glimpse of where you get for the next level, which is the equivalent to pulling out the pins on Donkey Kong level. And, well, I'd say it's easier to do once you're going up two vines, but you still have to be careful of what's flying your way. So, and here we go, starting back at square one again. Yeah, but as the instructions say, get the key from Mario and save your papa.
Donkey Kong Jr. was another fun play, but still you need quite a lot of practice to go along with it. I was able to make it to the second level, but it's still a little bit of a challenge. This is one of those you really would have to bury yourself in, but you'll love yourself when you do. After Donkey Kong Jr., which I think some probably consider the sequel to Donkey Kong, what comes next? Well, Donkey Kong 3.
Donkey Kong 3. Not a lot of people know about this one, but it is still pretty much fun all the same. That's the points we have to get. Well, apparently we're blasting bugs. We are shooting pesticide up Donkey Kong's butt, if that's anything. And we're also trying to blast the insects and worms from trying to take away your garden crop. If that's what the promo video is any indication on. And the way it starts out, okay, push one player and spray Donkey Kong to the top. He punches up the insect hives that send them on their way. And you are a new hero this time. You are not Mario. You are Stanley the Bugman. You never got the ooh. Yep. You also gotta be careful. The bugs can get you, and once they get you, they swarm on you, leaving you with practically nothing. There's Donkey Kong. You're still trying to spray him to the top, sending pesticide up his way. So, and the bugs, they are just trying to get your fruits or your vegetables. You also got a worm you gotta get. The sprayer you've got currently, you can spray the bugs, but that worm, all you can do is just aggravate it a little. Unless you get the super sprayer, which is by Donkey Kong's side. Here he goes, punching down the insects again. You're spraying them up a little, but now you also gotta keep your eyes on the other insects. Ooh. It's like, I just got that spray and immediately they swarm over me. And game over, but let's see if we can try that again. Spraying him to the top. Alright, here we come. Spraying Donkey Kong, and the facial expressions are kind of funny, because usually you just see him being cranky, and well, sometimes do that. Here he's a little more wide-eyed, as I guess he's trying to do what Junior does and hold on to the vines. But you're also spraying him to the top. Also hoping you can knock that super sprayer down. Once you get to the super sprayer, it's a different story. You actually knock out that worm. It's like the sprayer you got with the worm, it's just an inconvenience to him. The main bugs, however, you can blast with that regular sprayer. But the super sprayer, got it. Yeah, that's the good stuff. And Donkey Kong is trying to get some more bugs his way. But that super sprayer, once you get him to the top, he goes to the top, and Stanley the Bugman does a nice little dance, and you get a perfect score for keeping all your fruits around. So, but if you lose it, well, I guess you don't get a perfect score. And now Donkey Kong also goes a little more on the offensive, as well, he now has stuff to throw at you. So, right here, he gets to throw, well, not barrels, but I'm not sure what it is. Coconuts, I guess. And you also got the worms to contend with. You got the super sprayer up top. But sometimes you also got to be careful about where you blast the worms, because they can get you in the way of spraying Donkey Kong up to the top. So, yep, got the super sprayer. Knocked out, well, I think we knocked out one worm. Yep, 1, 2, 3, a lot more worms. And here, oh, got him again. Stanley the Bugman does a nice little dance. Stanley the Bugman as a Nintendo hero never caught on. I think he was also in a Game & Watch series at one time. That's back to the beginning. But he never really had a title that he could call his own. Donkey Kong 3, yeah, but that's about it. So, what else is there for Stanley to do? Mario became associated with Donkey Kong and then went his own way, but Stanley the Bugman never really caught on with his own title. But I seem to have gotten a pretty good score with this. This is also one of those fun games that comes with practice. But you get enough practice, you can really have a whole lot of fun with it.
Donkey Kong 3, another fun game. I mean, you're spraying insecticide up a donkey's butt and also trying to get all the other bugs not to get you. It's a very unusual concept, but the hero did not have much of a career outside of this game. Mario had staying power. Stanley the Bugman did not. A story circulated around the net about a programmer whose 3-year-old daughter played Donkey Kong. She then asked, could she play as Pauline? Her dad said, no, the game wasn't designed that way. And I'm not sure how I could change it. Then he realized, I'm a programmer. I can change it. So he decided to do something nice for his daughter. Hack the code so his daughter could play as a girl. And that brought about Donkey Kong, the Pauline edition.
Now this really is just the same game. You just have 2 players crisscrossed. This was not done as a political statement. This was just done as a father wanting to do something nice for his daughter. The programmer for this had a 3-year-old daughter who liked Donkey Kong. But then he found himself she was asking, can I play as Pauline? And yeah, you still get hurt when the barrels hit you. And, well, the program did not allow for the girl to play as Pauline. But then he realized, hey, I'm a programmer. I can adjust it so that you can change the characters around. And they did. And now here she is hammering with the mallet with Mario up top being Donkey Kong's hostage. This caught on briefly. I saw a little bit of fan art which had Pauline jumping and hammering barrels. And I think someone even made an arcade cabinet with Pauline as the lead. I think you also may get an underwear shot when she's climbing up the ladders. Alright, she's climbing. Yep. I think I'd probably be careful with that imagery. But she's jumping. Still the same game, and watch out for that runaway. This is basically the same game. You're just playing as a different character. If you don't mind that, well, you're just have fun with that too. So, one more run. Pauline, running, jumping. Okay, let's see, 1-player game B. See how that looks. So, yep. I think maybe it was also the same with Mario. He also had a little bit of a butt shot on his end. You just never noticed it. But the programmer did a pretty good job getting the sprites to animate. He gets a little action on Mario's part. I mean, he's not crying help or anything like that, although I believe he does in that arcade cabinet version I once saw. I don't know where that arcade cabinet is, but this is close to the original port as you can get. This was actually done off of a home game, done in by 2 barrels. Not sure what else there is to say. You're just doing the same thing, just as Pauline. And I like seeing through the game to the end as best I can. It's still fun to practice. You can still get a lot of enjoyment out of it. This is a game that does definitely keep you coming back for more, just as the original does. And yeah, I am terrible with the double jumps, even here. Game over.
What do I say about the Pauline edition? It's Donkey Kong, except you're reversing 2 character roles. Pauline is the kick-ass girl, and Mario is the dude in distress. Someone, I think, made an arcade cabinet version out there, but I don't know where it is right now. It's still the same game, it's just different characters. So anyone bellyaching about playing as a girl, don't worry about it. Still have fun. After arcade success, what's next? Well, we're going to take a little look into the Game Boy. And the version of Donkey Kong right there.
First pick for the Game Boy, if you can believe it or not. And who are these eyeballs? Ooh, Donkey Kong. And he's wearing a necktie. First start. Yeah, I think we better. And once you do, you are treated to a select file. I guess you get to pick which game you go with and save it to go to a new one. It's still pretty much like the original, but it looks a little more animated. Bam, 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 bam. Pauline's really active. Donkey Kong starts out actually he starts out pretty joyful, and then he goes angry. And here he is throwing the barrels down, as usual. Mario with the hammer, as usual. And, ooh, fire behind. And it's really the same game, but you also have a few surprises, but it's still fun. And whoa, you'll be picking up a few surprises. Oh yeah, you get to throw the hammer away if it's just no longer convenient for you to have. And you're flattened like a pancake. You're not spinning around. Well, you get the dizzy sign, but yeah, you are flat. Frogger flat. Oh, and I get to jump down. That's not bad. It's like the original. You fire there. Get that barrel. Get that one up there. And knock that one down. Going to town on the barrels. A lot of them. And there you go, throwing them away. Oh, yep, flat as a pancake again. Interesting that you're able to throw the barrel away. You still have to keep it for a You still only have it for a duration. So, here's barrel 1, barrel 2, barrel 3, and let's see, toss it. Oh, yeah, you get to get it back for a bit. Ooh, yeah, you ran out of time with the barrel. Well, and yeah, the double jump, I still stink of that too. And this time I wasn't flattened. I just did the classic death. One more time. Yep, a white screen, not a black screen. Well, with the original Game Boy, it'd probably be a green screen. It's also like this in the Game Boy Advances. Ooh, flat as a pancake. I guess you also make use of the ladders partially. Be able to get out of the way with them, even if you can't climb them. And Pauline is definitely a lot more animated. You can climb them just to get out of the way. And bam. And spin. Let's see, continue, save, end. Oh, I chose continue. This, like the original, is a fun game to play while you're trying to master it. And Definitely some classics, but there's also a few surprises, like getting flat as a pancake is one. Able to toss the hammer just to get it back is another. And you're able to jump down at least one level if the distance is good enough. Pauline is a lot more animated. Jumps up and, yep, true love conquers all. Nope. And Donkey Kong's like, ah. And Mario gives chase. Wow. And it's also getting used to him wearing a necktie. That's different there. Okay. Ooh, it's like the factory. It's not what you usually go to, which is the pulling up the pins. Yep. Toss the hammer. But you're able to get it back for a few more minutes. You only have the hammer for a slight amount of time. Now go over it. Yo, you get a 1-up. And retractable and elevated ladders. Ooh. And the fireballs get you. You're burned like a crispy critter. There is no spinning death right there. There's no flat as a pancake. None of that. You're either flat as a pancake, you get the classic death, or you burn like a crispy critter. So, yeah, definitely go for the 1-up there. And those fireballs are really on the hunt for you. And sadly, there's no hammer. Well, there's a hammer on the level below. You get the umbrella. Well, did I just duck down? Yeah. Boy, there's a lot of surprises here. Yeah, I get the duck. And I was not enough. It was like, still burned like a crispy critter. The Game Boy version really has a lot of surprises here. And with that 1-up, you can probably go forever with it. Right. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't get those fireballs in the way and toss it, and I couldn't retrieve it. Okay, and they are seeking you out. And Donkey Kong's really, made it to the top. And nope, grabs her again. And this time he's given chase. There's no broken heart here. Maybe not taking that 1-up was a good thing. Ooh, here's another classic. It's the spring level. Get Pauline's hat. Ooh, crispy critter again. Splat. And put some distance there. And the 1-up's way on the other side. Okay. Pauline's hat. Jump up. It's still that crispy. And I'm not exactly seeing any hammers to make use of. Alright, so. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty clever maneuver right there. And looks like you can't get the 1-up even if you wanted to. Ooh, but yeah. Fell right into a crispy critter. And crash and burn, not pretty. Let's try one more try. Ooh, dude, that was a roll, man. That was a survival roll. This Mario's a little more versatile here. A little more durable. Okay, look out for that spring. Duck, and what the... Yeah, a handstand? I was like, how did that happen? But again, give chase. And let's see. Not bad. One more. Ooh, this is the said to be final one. You pull the pins out. Alright. Yep. Still can't climb, but with a hammer, but you can jump down with it, so I don't know, the durability of Mario and jumping is not just jumping up and jumping across, but jumping down. He really is a little more durable here. Okay, still be careful. Okay, now you just gotta go to the other side. those fireballs are really on the pursuit for you. Ooh, and crispy critter right there. And you ran out.
Game Boy Donkey Kong. It really has quite a few surprises in it. Once you progress further along, a lot of different mazes and different takes. I mean, I thought I saw Mario do a handstand. This version, apparently they made a few changes, and some could probably consider improvements to it. I mean, you also throw away the hammer and just get it back in the time allotted. So, definitely an improvement over the original, but still, nothing surpasses the original either. Realizing I started a video last month, I also had the original Mario Brothers, and I just didn't want to leave that behind. So, throwing in this little extra.
Mario Brothers. This, some people tend to forget this one. They know Super Mario Brothers, but Mario Brothers, I think, tends to slip through the cracks a bit. Shell Keeper, demonstration, jump up, kick off one upside down, and get the coin. Can you kick off all the pests? Okay, I am playing as Mario. He is obviously designed differently than you remember. You're pushing Luigi outside. He's really doing nothing. Actually, take a look at this. This could be where a lot of Super Mario Brothers got its start. I mean, these are turtles, but they're called shell creepers here and not Koopas. So kicking that off here. That's another shell creeper. And, you gotta be careful with that. And you also got the coins running away. You come in from the top. Okay, knock out as many as you can. Once you knock the shell creepers off, you try to grab the coins that come. And shell creeper is on the runaway, coming after you. Ooh, Firefly. Watch out for him. You can still jump. That's Mario's trademark. Always the jumping. And what's Luigi doing up there? They are definitely designed differently. This is where we also see Luigi with his trademark green. Separating them both from... And also, here you gotta get the coins to collect. Bonus stage. I guess kind of along the lines of Zaxxon. Still gotta get the coins up top, and I'm not gonna make it, but not for lack of trying. 800 points there. Luigi, no bonus. But then I'm playing as a single. Ooh, a sidestepper. First hit makes it mad, second hit flips it over. Nice to know this game kind of explains things for you. But, yeah. I guess while the turtles, the shell creepers, I think would probably be later known as the Koopas, they stuck around a bit. While these killer crabs, I guess, didn't make the cut. I guess the shell creepers were more of a one and done enemy that could become the Koopas, while the crabs were not. And ooh, that one was pretty miffed. Okay, come in from the top and jump on down. Ooh, got you again. One more time. That's pretty much jump up, hit, no offense, just jump and hit the floor beneath you. Watch out for the crabs. and try to grab the coins. And Luigi is just there. Game over. So I guess he tries to save the day, but this is more of a competitive game. This is best played with two. You can play it with one, but then Luigi just sits and does nothing. So, it looks like I got a pretty good score. But yeah, the instructions explain everything, and it's easy to follow along, and you have fun with it too.
This is a game that's better played with two players. Yeah, you can play as Mario. Yeah, you can do it alone, but it's more fun as a competition. It's more fun playing with someone. I guess enough said. But yeah, you got Mario Brothers, and you have a friend over, or a special someone you just want to have a nice little gameplay with, or if you just want to beat your big brother, your little brother, big sister, little sister at a game, this is the game to do that with. Have some fun, have a nice friendly competition. Enjoy. Like the Mario series, Donkey Kong continues to grow, continues to evolve. He's not faded with the passage of time. He came back in other games, Donkey Kong Country, and further ones down the line. He even is a regular in the Mario Kart series. He even appeared in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like Mario, Donkey Kong continues to endure. And it's always fun to go back and try to save the girl when you're trying to get that dang ape. I think maybe I'll be going back to play another round. See y'all next time. Don't forget to click and subscribe.